everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. So the brouhaha of Prince Harry, Meghan Markle, James Holt, Shauna Knepp with the Muslim charity that Harry and Meghan Archewell donated to a couple of years ago. Apparently, James Holt and Shauna Knepp of Archewell wrote a letter to the Muslim charity objecting to an op-ed she wrote where she was pro-Palestine and said from the river to the sea. The whole thing is suspicious. Now the Muslim charity has written a letter back and published it and said, "How dare you? Basically, how dare you stop giving us money? Who do you think you are?" And apparently the Sussex squad as well is very upset over this because they're pro-Palestine. And there's a lot of TikTok videos with people ripping into Harry and Meghan saying, "I supported them, but not anymore." So this has really upset the Muslim community, who are very angry with Harry and Meghan over this. And, drumming up the hate there on social media, which is exactly what Harry and Meghan enjoy doing. They enjoy inciting hate and anger and outrage online, right? Because outrage is clicks, which political analyst James Holt, who's worked on the campaigns of top political figures in the UK, would be very well aware of. And so it's questionable why James Holt and Shauna Knepp would feel propelled to write a letter to a charity that Harry and Meghan once donated to announce that they would no longer be donating to them and they're off their Archewell list for donations. We're taking you off because we don't like the hate speech. They said it was hate speech that they accused the Muslim charity leader of using in her op-ed. And hate speech, of course, is the key phrase, or one of them, of the censorship that James Holt and Shauna Knepp and Harry and Meghan support. They want the censorship, like in the UK and everywhere, and to accuse everyone of hate speech and spreading disinformation so that they can accuse you of being a domestic terrorist and have you arrested. So, so James Holt and Shauna Knepp accused the woman in charge of this charity of spreading hate speech. And so then, but my question is, why did James Holt, knowing the reaction he would get from this, why would he write this letter to them? Like, they're under no obligation to announce that they're not going to send donations anymore. If you don't like what the leader's doing, want to support them anymore, then just don't donate the following year. Why write a letter announcing it that we're not going to send you anything anymore, knowing that they're going to get a strong reaction? Because obviously, Palestine is a very hot topic, which a leader of a Muslim organization is going to be a very strong reaction to, telling her she's hate speech. So, so it's really incited outrage, which again, Harry and Meghan love outrage. And James Holt, I think, knew full well he would be inciting outrage with this. And he has, apparently on TikTok, thousands of, I don't know how many, but I mean, not thousands, but lots of very angry videos from the Muslim community hating on Harry and Meghan right now. And this, to me, the fact that they brought this onto themselves by announcing that they're not going to give donations anymore because of alleged hate speech, which is, again, pushing the censorship agenda that Harry and Meghan is so near and dear to Harry and Meghan's heart, and James Holt and Shauna Knepp. I'm wondering why James Holt even sent this letter and instigated this whole bonfire. Because he did, and he would know that he would, as anyone would. And so, why do that? Is it just to create more drama and distraction from the Sensibale and from Harry's court case? Uh, is it just because they're out of money because they don't have any more USAID money? Is that the real reason they're not going to be donating anymore anywhere? And maybe that's why they're disbanding the Sussex Squad at the same time because they can't pay the Sussex Squad. So that the band is being broken up now, and they're just going to go out with a bang here, bringing out some of this, rhetoric and outrage of the Muslim community. I don't know. We know that Harry and Meghan have been supporting a lot of Muslim organizations, as does King Charles. And I think personally, Harry and Meghan are Satanists. They don't, subscribe to any of these religions or really care about any of them. They just care about creating outrage, right? So this whole thing is very suspicious, and it looks intentional. It looks like maybe a diversion. Maybe it's because the World Health Organization today just signed a declaration that put all the countries in the world under their control for the next pandemic, where the World Health Organization put itself with Bill Gates, would put himself in control of the world. Yeah, maybe it's a distraction from that, perhaps as well. We all know how Harry and Meghan are good buddies, and with the World Health Organization, Bill Gates, Tedros, globalists. So, anyways, this whole thing stinks to high heaven. So, I want to know why James Holt, the political analyst who instigated this whole brouhaha with his letter announcing that he's not sending any more money because of the hate speech about Palestine from a Muslim organization. Why did he write this letter? What was he after here? And obviously, Harry and Meghan would have been part of this, even though their names were not on it. This was their foundation, their Archewell. Of course, Meghan has been distancing herself from Archewell. But yeah. Why did he do this? Why write a letter? You don't want to support him anymore, then just don't support him anymore. You don't have to announce it with a letter. That's my take on it. Whole thing reeks to high heaven. Everything with Harry and Meghan is a lie, is a psyop, right? Take anything they do at face value. It's all a narrative, all outrage. Is it just for the outrage? It's because they're out of money. I don't know. Or is it something else? Let's find out. Why did James Holt write this letter to this organization? Is it really because of her op-ed? Is it because they're still pushing the censorship and they picked on the op-ed just as an example? I'll look into that. What were they expecting? Did he expect this reaction? Which I imagine he would, but we'll see. But what reaction was he expecting from this letter? Seems to be blowing up. I don't know if it's going to blow up anymore. Maybe it's at the maximum attention it's going to get. I don't know. But Trump is pressuring Keir Starmer to stop with the hate speech laws in the UK with the trade agreements. So there's that going on too at the same time. So it could be a retort to that, pushing the hate speech idea when Trump is trying to tell the UK to stop doing that with his, in order to make a deal. So, and we know again that James Holt works at very high level in the politics of the UK. Let's find out what's going on here. Why did James Holt really write this letter instigating this outrage? Let's see what the cards show. General situation. Ooh. Releasing a secret here. It's like something you're holding back from. Harry and Meghan haven't been saying anything. They never said one word about Palestine, Israeli Palestine, when that's all over been a big, it's been a big story, big movement. And they've never said a word about it. But now suddenly they released this statement. It's like releasing something that you've been holding back. And crossing, a star. A goal here. A long-term goal here that he has in mind. So it's not, I get the idea that he released this letter because there's a plan afoot for what they want to happen. Like you create problem action, solution, problem reaction solution. What's that expression again? You create the problem so that you come in with a solution. I think he's creating a problem because he's got a solution in the future for him and Megalodon and Harry. Ace of Cups. Yes, very high emotions here. Very powerful emotions being stirred up here. Stirred up a new powerful, bring out some powerful emotions here intentionally. Bring out something new, a new distraction to outrage everyone, really. To get everybody all riled up and talking about it. But he's got a goal here. He's got a goal. There's a method to their madness here for sure. The base of it all, the victim card. Harry and Meghan get to, they didn't write the letter, right? So they get to sit back and pretend, and they're not saying anything themselves. So Harry and Meghan sit back and have nothing to say, as usual, about this topic. But they use James Holt and Shauna Knepp to do it. And I do get the idea that he's got his hands behind his back, like he's like not giving anything, not having anything to give, not playing the victim here. Now, of course, Harry is still ongoing with his security trial. They haven't made the decision yet. So he could be stirring things up, hoping that this helps with his trial as well. Because I get the victim here, Harry, wanting to make Harry look like a victim. Like, look, Harry really needs security now. Look at all the Muslims are coming out with videos, hating on him. Because, so this could be related to that. Because I do get wanting to make them look like victims here, like poor them. How did the op-ed from the woman, the charity, affect them? King of Pentacles reversed. So I've got a money man here who was unhappy, and that could be now Harry and Meghan with the PR company they work with is very Jewish, right? So very pro-Israel, I think. I may be mistaken. Let me know. And I think that he may have been unhappy with the fact that Harry and Meghan have been donating to this place, and perhaps they felt pressure from him. Or this could be an earth sign man who is unhappy. So it could be that Harry didn't like it. So I get either a money man who's got power control here, or Harry was the instigator of all this. I'm not sure what James Holt's sun sign is. I don't know. It could be James Holt as well. There's a man here who's unhappy leading to this. What did James Holt expect by writing this letter? Wow, Queen of Coins here. Again, so I get the man, the King of Coins and the Queen of Coins, a couple here. So I get the idea of making a woman happy here, getting money for a money-grabbing woman, or maybe a woman expecting that they're going to be holding on to the little money they have left. They've been counting what they have left over from USAID before Biden left, and they're running out. It's like Harry and Meghan will donate to Ashley Biden, but they won't donate to this charity. Like as if Harry and Meghan were so particular about what they donated to. Please. Anyways, so I do think that I don't think James Holt expected her to explode on him like this, but I could imagine he would have. I think that he expected that, she would accept it. I mean, this is a charity. It was a donation. It's not like they're obligated to pay them anything. It's not like they owe them money. But they have responded very strongly. Whether they're in cahoots behind the scenes, I don't know. But let's see. The narrative is not. So, what does James Holt worried about or not want? Temperance. He doesn't want healing. He doesn't want people getting along here. He doesn't want to do the nice thing, the healthy thing. He doesn't want to keep peace and harmony here. Let's see. He doesn't want to be an angel here. He doesn't want. This is not because he wants to be a good person. This is not because he thinks it's the right thing. He wants some outrage. Well, let's see. What is he doesn't want? Peace and happiness on earth. I'll tell you what. That doesn't sell censorship. But what does? What does he want? Oh, Knight of Cups. So he is pushing an agenda here, and he's trying to look like a good guy doing it. He wants everyone to think that he's, being nice about it, and but in reality, I think that he is purposefully, releasing this big story in order to create something to make Harry and Meghan look like victims, particularly Harry. And eventually make Meghan some money, possibly up here. How does this charity really affect? How does James Holt really see this charity? Oh, it's over. So they wanted to drop the charity for sure. They were not really interested. I don't think Harry and Meghan really cared. I don't think they care about anyone or any charity. I think all of their charity work was just a front for them to get more millions of US aid from Biden. We know in reality, Harry and Meghan couldn't care less about anybody. And it was completely meant nothing to them, just like African Parks charity means nothing to Harry except to get more money. They don't care about the people. It's just all about what he's going to get. And so, James Holt did want to end it with this charity and perhaps get them to get deadly even. Maybe he's hoping that they would have death threats against them or threaten, because if they threaten Harry and Meghan with death, that will help Harry's security court case, wouldn't it? Right? So Harry and Meghan, particularly Harry, will do anything to get more security, right? So why not piss off some Muslims there with Palestine? Yeah, that's a way to get some negative attention and threats for you. So I kind of get the feeling it's ending with death. They want to end it with this charity, but also I think they wanted some death threats to get some star power here as well. You could look at the star car is getting more attention for Harry to play the victim. So what's going to happen next? King of Cups reversed. Well, I say King of Cups often as King Charles, Prince William, water signs. But in general, you could look at this as just emotionally people getting very upset, particularly the royal family, with the stunt, with everyone involved, and going to be a lot of upset people on TikTok and whatnot. So creating a lot of drama, again, outrage, upsetness. In the long term, King of Swords. So a very clever man with a clever plan is going to achieve his goal here. And the goal it appears to be sending a message, pushing out their narrative they want, accomplishing this plan. I'm starting out with Two of Swords, ending with King of Swords. So I do think this is a plan. I think there's a lot of people involved here. I've got 4 face cards. And this was instigated again. Like I got the Knight card here, causing some uproar here, purposefully instigating things, and doing so for attention and to look like a victim is what I keep getting. Yeah, and I get a lot of cups too. I mean, I'm getting a lot of cups cards and temperance, which indicates that it's an unspoken message, a secret. Money is not the objective so much as swaying emotions and getting people emotional and upset and not having to pay. The money's in the past here, so trying to save money here by dumping some charity, but I don't think that they intend to make any money out of it, maybe saving money. But I think that also, like I said, they could have just stopped paying them. They didn't have to write a letter. So I tend to think this is just to upset people, again, with the King of Cups reversed, and upset the King and Prince William mainly as well, the royal family, particularly them. And it is to accomplish a political agenda or whatever, agenda of who Harry and Meghan are working for, NATO, globalists, whatever you want to call it, whoever they're working with James Holt and Shauna Knepp. They want to achieve this goal. Or it could just be for Harry again for his court case. I wouldn't put it past him. Yeah. They're instigating them on purpose. They want those death threats. I think that's what it looks like to me. Yeah. Yeah. And they're gonna get it. They're getting what they want. They want outrage and clicks. Right? Because Meghan's podcast isn't doing well. And everything else going on, they're not doing well. So again, this is another way for the narc to get her fuel through James Holt again. Yeah. Yeah, so Harry and Meghan are definitely behind it with them. So there you have it. That is what I see. So I hope you enjoyed this. If so, please like and subscribe. And I hope you all have a wonderful day. Take care. Bye bye.